Hey everyone, surrealcanine here. Welcome back for more Disgaea 3, Absence of Detention. In the last episode, we finished up the bios for all the unique characters, and in this episode we are going to do the bios for the first tier of generic characters. These are the 9 classes that you will have available to you at the start of the game. Those are the warriors, the mages, the healers, the fist fighters, and the thief. Okay? Okay. Now, it should be noted that unlike the unique characters, the skill unlocks for the generic characters has not changed since the PS3 release. And also, everybody has 4 abilities, or almost everybody. I'll be making a note of it when a character only has 3. Okay? Okay. Let's do the thing, guys. Whenever past me wants to get ready here. Also, make note that I will be showing off the aptitudes for the highest tier of characters, because those are the only tiers that learn all 4 abilities and all of the skills. So, yeah. Meet the fighter. He learns 6 axe skills and 5 each of sword and spear. His primary ability, Wild Cry, increases stats per adjacent enemy unit. Pretty good. His secondary ability is Armor Mastery, which raises his HP and defense aptitudes by 30%. Not bad. Now, you will notice that in addition to their weapon skills, which I taught Gary here, each class also gets 1 or 2 unique skills as of the Absence of Detention release. This is the main difference between the 2 versions of the classes. Anyway, E-Crush is a pretty powerful melee attack, and it has a chance of destroying a piece of gear. Not bad. Fight Shot is a magic-like targeted spell that increases the target's attack by 100% for 3 turns. Yeah, not bad. As for the Valkyrie over here, she is very similar stat-wise to the fighter. The only exception is she trades a bit of speed for... What does she trade a bit of speed? She trades a bit of speed for res. Her primary ability is Assault Attack, which increases her damage when she has moved a lot on that turn. So if you want to put a lot of shoes on her, that is what you will do. Shield Master decreases the damage she takes from normal attacks by 50%. Shock Fixer is an attack that is guaranteed to hit. So, if you got a powerful enemy, you got a death blow panel, and you want to make sure you hit him, that is what you can use. It's a thing. Valkyrie's other unique skill is... Axle Charge, which apparently increases her move by 1 if it defeats an enemy. As for the Valkyrie's special skills, she learns 6 spear skills and 5 each of sword and bow. Both of these guys have very high attack and defense aptitudes. And HP is quite high. HP and hit are quite high as well. So yeah, here I am showing off the best axe skill just because. It's a thing. Alright, so as for the abilities I did not equip to them, The fighter has Energy Slash, which adds 10% of his current SP to his attack when a sword is equipped, and Heavy Smash, which adds 30% of his defense to his attack when an axe is equipped. Pretty nice. As for the lady fighter, she gets Power Shot, which adds 30% of her attack to her hit when a bow is equipped. And Spear Sting, 30% of her hit is added to attack when a spear is equipped. Give her whichever one you want, it does not matter, it's still pretty good. Next up, we have the Skull and the Mage. And I should note that you have three each of these guys unlocked at the start, each one specializing in a different element and otherwise having the same stats. Here I have a Galaxy Skull, which learns all of the quad element magic spells up to Omega level. It should be noted that Red Bleen, Gru, and Star Skulls and Mages are the only ones that can learn the Terra level spells. So get ready to reincarnate a lot if you want to learn those. The Skull and the Mage have 3 abilities each, and they are kind of polar opposites of each other. The Skull does more damage in exchange for using more SP, whereas the Mage uses less SP. The Skull gets Illusion, 30% of base int added to speed when a staff is equipped. The Mage gets Concentrate, 30% of base int added to hit when staff is equipped. Finally, the Skull gets Magic Conversion, which adds 10% of his current SP to his int, and the Mage has Enlarge, which increases her magic range by 1 panel. As for their aptitudes, they both have very high SP and int, as you would expect from a magic using class. But the Skull has higher speed and the Mage has higher hit. As for their unlock requirements, the Star Skull is a bit unique among the classes in that it adds the maximum scores of your of the red, blue, and green skulls in your party. When you have a total of 50 levels between the 3 of them, that is when the Star Skull unlocks. And then Prism Skull is unlocked when you have a level 150 Star Skull, and Galaxy Skull needs a level 450 Prism Skull. The same goes for Mages. This is not the case for other generic units. Other generic units just have you need the last tier of their class to a certain level to be able to unlock the next tier. I will be putting the level requirements in the video description, but I figured since the Skull and the Mage were kind of a special case, I wanted to talk about them now. Anyway, I think I got ahead of my past self here. So yeah, how's them video games, everybody? As you can see, the Skull has a unique skill that can recharge SP, which is very handy, especially in the item world. Just make sure not to use all of your SP before you start doing the thing. The Mage has a weird skill that takes up all of her remaining SP, but does double damage to the enemy. It kind of reminds me of Yu's dragon attacks in Breath of Fire 2. Here are their other things. Let us do the thing. Thingity thingity thing a thing 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 thingity thing. Everybody do the thing. Yeah. Alright, next up, we have the Priest and the Cleric, otherwise known as the Heretic and the Healer. Anyway. These guys are your healing classes, and again, some of their abilities are polar opposites of each other. The Heretic gets Spirit's Blessing, which decreases elemental damage to adjacent allies, and the Healer gets Light's Blessing, which decreases magic damage to adjacent allies. The Heretic gets Respect, which is not a polar opposite, but it increases extra gain distance by 2% when part of a committee. I'm not entirely sure what that means. The Healer gets Heal Mastery, which doubles the effects of her healing magic. Not bad. The Heretic gets Dark Grace, which increases the effect of debuff magic, and the Healer gets Light Grace, which increases the effect of buff magic. Finally, the Heretic gets Death's Heal, which decreases stats by 50%, but in exchange, he gets Reverse Healing. Kind of like the Reverse Healing Geo panel, except at the cost of half his stats. I'm not really sure why you would ever want to use that, honestly. As for skills, the Healer... hang on a second, I need to pull up my notes. Alright, as for buffs and debuffs, both of these guys learn heal magic up to the Terra level. The Heretic learns Espoir, offensive buffs, and defensive debuffs, whereas the Healer learns 3 bow skills, Espoir, defensive buffs, and offensive debuffs. So if you want a guy with Braveheart to raise your damage and stuff, the Heretic is what you want. As for abilities, or as for aptitudes, I keep mixing those two words up. The Healer has slightly more HP, and the... Wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. The Healer prefers hit aptitude, and the Heretic prefers defense aptitude. Also, the Heretic has a slightly higher attack aptitude than the Healer. Both of them have very high res. And that's the differences that I see. So let's watch their unique skills carry out. The Healer is interesting in that she has a unique skill that is based on her res stat. This is the only such attack in the game as far as I'm aware. And it makes maxing out her res a slightly more appealing option than maxing out her attack or hit. But, you know, by the time you hit the post-game and you really need to think about maxing stats and stuff, these guys kind of fall by the wayside. They're not the best weapon users in either category, and so there's really not much point in using them anymore. Overload! Heal to the point that it hurts. It's D level, so on the same level of power as Big Bang. Resist gain doubles the target's res for a number of turns.
Forgive me.
So a bit of a specialized case of Magic Wall, I guess. I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess you can teach Magic Wall to other units, but you can't do that for resist gain. So, whatever. I don't even know. I don't know about anyone else, but I am getting cold. So, yeah. It's a thing. Alright, next up we have the martial artist and the fist fighter. What is the difference between those? Whatever. I am going to I'm going to call them the fist guy and the fist lady. No, I'm not. Fight Mistress. I think that's what she's called. Martial artist and fight mistress. So anyway, the main difference between the fist fighter, or between the martial artist and the fight mistress, as far as aptitudes go, is the martial artist likes defense and the fight mistress likes res. As for their weapon skills, they each learn 6 fist skills, and the martial artist learns 4 spear skills, and the fight mistress learns 4 sword skills. Both of these guys really like their counterattacks. The martial artist's main ability, Fury, increases the damage of his counterattacks as he keeps doing them. Whereas the fist fighter has feint, or fight, which I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be, which cancels out enemy counterattacks. Very nice if you don't want to get your butt kicked to you by an overpowered dude. Retribution on the fist fighter, or on the martial artist, increases his counter hits by 2. So that is the potential for some very high counterattack rate. The Fight Mistress gets Impromptu. Team chance increased by 50%. Isn't that also a... No, that's damage for Mr. Champloo. Okay. The Martial Artist gets Counter Power. Counterattack damage dealt increased by 50%. Fine. The Fight Mistress gets Counter Chance, which increases crit rate by 50% for counterattacks. The Martial Artist gets Chasing Fang, which gives him a 50% chance to hit twice if his HP is below 25%. The Fight Mistress gets Critical, or gets Hurt Me, Kill You, not Critical. I don't know where I read Critical. Hurt Me, Kill You makes it so that counterattacks are a guaranteed hit. Pretty good if your style revolves around counterattacks. If you put that on Champloo and gave him an otherwise tanky build, he could absolutely wreck anybody who dared attack him. Probably. Very fancy.
On my way.
Spinning bottle kick. That was the worst Chun-Li voice ever. I am sorry, everybody. Anyway, past me, if you can get off the thing with the screen with the thing, that would be great. past me. Go, 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 go. I'm telling you, man. Sure is a thing. There we go. Alright, next up, we are going to talk about the Thief, who does not have a male counterpart. Thieves are always ladies. Thieves have very high hit and speed, making them the ideal gun users. They learn 4 each of the bow and gun skills. As for their abilities, 2 of them revolve around the use of the item Stealing Hand, and the other 2 are kind of... the other 2 don't. So yeah, we are going to make sure I have a cha-ching in my thing, and we are going to bring out Carmen, who has served us very well over the course of the game, so thank you, Carmen. Anyway, bringing out some random game. Bringing out some random Gary here, we are going to attempt to use the cha-ching to steal a thing. As you can see, in spite of our level advantage, his steal chance caps out at 50%. This is not so for the Thief. That is the purpose of her primary abilities, Thief skills. It doubles the success rate of stealing. Heart Steal allows the Thief to steal stat values. I don't know why you would do this. It seems like a very slow way to get things done, but yeah. He stole his memories. Good times. The Thief's next ability is Evade Danger, which nullifies damage from explosions. Pretty nice. If you want to throw a whole bunch of printies all in a row without putting yourself in any danger. That is what a Thief can do. Her unique skills are weird. Create Box and Create Barrel. Create a box and an exploding barrel at a given distance in turn. Yeah, not very flashy, but it can be used for getting around, I suppose. I gotta wonder how many of these things you can make before the game crashes. The Thief's third ability, third skill, Thief's Key, is something we will not be able to demo here because we don't have any treasure chests. What it does is you can open a treasure chest at long range. It's a single target attack. It's a bow-like ranged attack. As in, you can attack a tile a given distance away from you, whether or not it's in a straight line. And it is guaranteed to open a treasure chest, unless it is either invincible or sitting on a reverse healing. Which is kind of weird, but, you know, whatever. So, yeah, that is the Thief. Again, I will be putting everybody's tier unlock descriptions in the video description. And that is going to be the end of this. Next time, we are going to do the first tier of unlockable characters. By which I mean unlockable humanoid classes. Semantics, I'm telling you. Anyway, so yeah. I'm surrealcanine, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.